Hey guys, Trixie Pixel here. I just wanted to make a little vlog because, it's been a bit of a morning. So why not, I don't know, celebrate this shit morning by making a vlog about it. Oh, shit, man. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another because today, I woke up and when you're walking down the hallway in the house, you go past the bathroom, you can hear like a running tap sound, I guess. It sounds like a running tap, water running through the pipes. No taps on. Yeah, so there's obviously something going on there. So yeah, I had breakfast and everything. Um, sort of stuff out, whatever. I go outside and I go to check if there's any water running on the meter, and of course there is, so, and nothing's supposed to be on, so of course I'm like, well, great, now there's a leak. um so I turn that off, whatever. So there's no water on the property now, and I was gonna contact the real estate agency, and of course but of course I'm like dealing with my son first. It was breakfast time and everything. um you know Sorting him out. He comes, like, while I'm sorting stuff out in the kitchen, he comes over and he's like, points out the fact that there's a bee in the house. And so, like, I'm like, oh, okay. So I go, it's near the front door. Sure enough, it's like trying to get out the little window on the front door. I let it out. It flies off. I'm like, fine, okay, whatever. So like I go back to what I'm doing in the kitchen, and like a little while later, it might have been like 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, my son, looks by the door again because he's waiting for his grandparents to come pick him up while I do my course. Got my shit over here. Anyway, so he's waiting for his grandparents. He looks at the door and he's like, bee, bee, and I'm just like, yeah, there was a bee there. He's like, bee, bee. I'm like, okay. And I look around the corner at the front door. There's like fucking 10 of them or something. Oh, I hate them so much. Oh my god. There's like shit ton of bees. Like, they're crawling because the front door is, they've, they haven't bloody, it's not weatherproof at all. There's bugs and shit just crawl in willy-nilly if they wanted. It's not even painted. No paint, no gloss. Pfft, who cares? It's just a front door. Why would you need a paint and gloss a front door? Anyway, sure enough, there's bees crawling through the edges. There's just heaps. They could, like, it doesn't matter. Like, a whole fucking hive could just make their way inside. And pretty much half of the hive looks like it had. So I freaked out. I grabbed my son, chucked him in his room, and I'm like, you play with your toys. I'm going to sort out the bees. So I closed the door on him because I don't want him running out and getting stung. I like grabbed the spray. I got some surface spray, which like kills really quick. So good. And I spray the shit out of them. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like getting like shivers all up my back just thinking about it right now, because I have like a severe, I guess, a fear or a phobia even, like, of just swarms of bees and swarms of ants in general. Swarms of any little insects. It just creeps me the fuck out because of past experiences with them. Like, years ago, in my bedroom, the ceiling cavity in my bedroom got infested with bees, and it was really hot. So whenever it would get really hot in the day, it was like midsummer, you could hear them like really flaring up and like tinkering away against the tin roof. It just does those tinkering sounds of them hitting things like they were doing to the front door. I can't stand it. I actually can't. I never thought about having a phobia of anything, but that just gets me every fucking time. So yeah, I've had previous like experiences with them climbing through my air conditioning unit, through the bloody the light fixture, just getting into my bedroom, and just seeing them outside one day when it got really hot. I remember looking, I noticed a shadow, a big big shadow like come across my window. I look outside and there's this big, I'm not even kidding, it's like this big fucking ball, huge ball of just bees flying around because it obviously got too hot in there, so the bloody queen came out and then all their little minions were like shielding her. Oh, fuck me. So yeah, I'm a little freaked out from bees. So yeah, this time around, I thought, well, obviously they've made a bloody home right outside my front door. So I went out the front, went out the back, went round the front with my spray in hand. But no, they're actually, like, they weren't there. So I mean, I could see them trying to get into the house. So I went a little further around, and they're round the corner. Not even anywhere near, like, the front door. I mean, sort of near the front door, but you know, it was round a corner. And they're actually coming out of a hole in the brickwork, which is, you know, there's a hole around I think it's the gas pipe, possibly the water pipe that leads into the house. I think it's the gas pipe though. So yeah, it's just a shit ton of them coming out of there, and I'm like, oh my god, they're in my fucking wall. So I run back inside. I'm like, there's no way I can spray them. They're gonna like go for me because there's just so many. Went back inside, rang up pest control place. They're like, well, if it's in a wall, you'll need permission from the property owners. I'm like, fuck. So I rang them up, and they're like, oh, just send an email. So I'm like, okay, but will this happen quickly? Because they're actually coming through my front door. So I need this to happen quickly. And they're like, yeah, just send an email. It'll happen. I'm like, okay. So I send an email to my actual property manager. I'm like waiting and I'm waiting. I've got my son on my lap here. I look out the window. My parents have finally arrived to pick my son up. And I'm like, I open the window. I'm like, don't go through the front door. There's like all these bees there. Oh, so they come round the back. I let them in through the back. My dad, who's had past experience killing bees, you know, because they always end up in the ceiling of my parents' house, as I've mentioned. He ends up going out there. He sees they've calmed down a bit around the area, and he sprays the shit around the door. There's a couple of holes in the ceiling which they weren't actually going into for some odd reason. Big holes at the front door, in the ceiling above it, because there used to be must have been like a chimney, an old chimney that used to go through there, which is just open now. You know, and then sprayed the little hole around the gas pipe, and they've stopped. They're dead. They're gone. They're not going back. So obviously, I'm hoping. I mean, I've gone out to check already again, and so far no more bees. I see the odd one darting around the house, but like afterwards, I ended up spraying like just every hole I could find. But it would not surprise me if they end up in the bloody roof where I can't fucking reach them. And that would suck. But so far, I'm hoping they've bailed on the idea of using our house as a home. Because I can't deal with it anymore. I'm getting shivers thinking about it right now. I can't. I hate, it's the most, oh fuck. I mean, I can't even believe I've actually got a phobia. But now that I think of it, I definitely have. Because I have a phobia of ants too, swarms of ants. Swarms of ants? You know, groups of ants. Because my cat, years ago when I was a kid, I must have used to leave my cupboard door open, my wardrobe door, because I remember there was a phase where she'd like sleep on the bedding that I used to have stored in my cupboard. She'd sleep on there sometimes, you know, I must have left it open sometimes. And I remember one day I went to go pat her because I saw her up there, and there's friggin' shit ton of ants like crawling all around her, and she's just casually sleeping there. She didn't give a shit. Just tiny little ants, those ones where if you accidentally squash them with your fingers, your hands smell like no matter how much you wash them. Yeah, so yeah, that really freaked me out too, but I haven't had such a problem with ants as I do with bees, because that's just too far. Bees, I mean, they can kill you if you're allergic. My dad's allergic, and yet he doesn't give no shits. He really should, because like if he gets stung again, like last time he got stung, you know, he puffed up like crazy and almost died. So if it happens again, he's screwed. But he's still adamant on going and spraying shit himself. I mean, mind you, he probably just saved me $200 according to the pest control place. I rang him up. They're like, yeah, it'll be $1.99 just for us to come out there. So that's not even including like whatever they have to do to get rid of the bees. So yeah, possibly all I had to pay was what? How much was that can? Like $5, $10 for a can of like surface spray? Oh fuck. Anyway, yeah, so the only problem now is I have no fucking water until they get back to me. I would have thought a leak in the wall was, and you know, resulting in no water would be an urgent matter. I haven't heard jack, so whatever. That's my morning. I'm gonna keep working on my course a little longer. Oh, thank God I had like cold water like in a jug in the fridge, because my God am I thirsty today, and if I can't get no water out of the tap, I would have been screwed. God forbid I have to use the toilet again because there's no water in the cistern. Oh well. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. That was an eventful morning. I'll catch you guys later. Fuck.